Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-250 XLT. The XLT is a volume selling model, which means it's going to be the most popular trim level for most buyers. With that being said, this vehicle is going to come standard with cloth seating. You're going to get the standard 18-inch wheels, a standard grille, as well as the standard 6.7-liter Power Stroke turbo diesel V8. But with that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owners as part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, you do have a standard grille, as aforementioned, which looks pretty nice. Your Ford emblem is going to be front and center there. Super Duty is going to be embossed on the hood. You do have your tow hooks down here. You do have LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps, and you do get fog lamps below. As we come over to the wheels, we're taking a look at a set of Bridgestone Dueler AT tires on 18s, measuring 275 60R 18s all the way around. It's the Oxford white exterior in the medium dark slate cloth interior. Coming to the door panel, as you can see, you do have your plastic portion on top of here. You do have some soft leather material down here. You're gonna have controls here for your power mirrors, power windows, power locks. Your child lock is right there. You have a small storage area here and a bigger storage area on this side and on this side, as well as a small area here where you can store a small cup. You do also have your standard running boards, which is an option from the manufacturer. Very nice. This vehicle does come standard with a polyurethane rubber finished steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house your cruise control settings here. You're going to have your mute button right here, controls for volume here, hands-free voice here, controls for the system up here for your driver information system. You do have your wireless, your hands-free phone right here, and your seat track buttons right here. You're going to be welcomed with two standard gauges, and of course you have four smaller gauges on top. To the left you have your tachometer, to the right you're going to have your speedometer. On top of that you're going to have your oil temperature, your coolant temperature, your fuel range, as well as your turbo boost, as you can see there. Now right inside is going to be a small 4.5 inch driver information display, which as you can see is quite nice, and of course it's going to show your current speed, current temperature, as well as your current mileage reading. So we're going to start off with a menu here, which includes select screens, truck information, towing, vehicle maintenance, and settings. And then of course you have, like I said, your current speed, which is your speedometer, trip one information, which includes your elapsed time, average MPG, miles driven, as well as your range to empty, fuel economy, measurements, which includes your engine coolant temperature, transmission temperature, engine oil temperature, a column screen, and then back to your speedometer. Coming over here, we're going to be taking a look at a small 8-inch display, which is going to show us the last generation of Sync infotainment, which is the Sync 3. This is the updated version of Sync 3, but it does look pretty good in this 2024 model. With that being said, you are going to be having your standard sources here, as we're taking a look at right now, what's playing on the radio. You have FM, AM, and Sirius XM satellite radio. You have direct tune to the far right, which is pretty nice, as you can see. You also have your preset stations right down below, and then below that is going to be your different submenus. Now, I'll move my seat up so you guys can get a closer look at the screen here. So starting off with audio, like we just talked about, this is where you're going to find your sources, your presets, and all that. Come over to your phone. You can add a phone or connect to a phone that's in the vehicle. Come into apps. You have 5 mobile apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, as well as mobile apps help. Come over then to settings. This is going to be a comprehensive list of different things that you can change throughout the vehicle. So you have radio settings, phone list, sound, your vehicle, clock, general, display, and connectivity, as well as vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, 911 assist, and valet mode. And then features is going to give you kind of a rundown of what comes exactly with each trim level. So for example, this one here being the XLT, you have driver assistance, zone lighting, towing, your owner's menu, which you can consult through the inside of this vehicle, and of course record feedback. So let's say, for example, we want to check out driver assistance and see what comes with this truck. It's going to kind of give us, well, your 2 basic ones here, such as your pre-collision assist for warning and braking, and then in your rear view camera display, you can turn that on or off, as you can see there. Let's say we want to go to towing. That's going to give you information about towing. You can do a checklist, add trailers, manage trailers, a trailer light check, connection notifications, spray control, and maintenance reminders. So stuff like that you can change and kind of make it your own, which is pretty cool. So this is just a quick rundown of the infotainment system inside of the Ford F-250 XLT. Below that, you have a little storage area where you can put small items such as a wallet or a cell phone. Below that, you're going to have your volume knob and tuning knobs. Your controls for your audio is going to be right throughout this middle portion here. This is, of course, going to turn off the audio. That's going to turn the screen off. You do have, of course, below that, your single zone climate controls. You're going to have your fan positioning stuff right here, recycling, AC. This is to turn the fan on or off. And of course, this is going to be for your heated mirrors. Fan speed is going to be over here, as you can see. To the left of that, you're going to have your trailer brake controller. You do not have your Pro Trailer Backup Assist on this model. I believe that's an option on the XLT, but it's going to be standard on the Lariat, so that's pretty interesting there. But again, I believe it's an option to have the Pro Trailer on the XLT model. Come below that, you do have your different modes here that deal with 4-wheel drive, followed by your different drive modes, which, coming up to the screen, you're going to have normal, slippery, off-road, tow haul, eco, and then back to normal. Over here to the right, you do have a 12-volt outlet and a 120-volt plug-in right here. You have 2, well, you can kind of call this a cup holder, although you can basically put some small stuff in here. It does say F-Series established 1948, which is pretty nice. You have 2 cup holders here. You have a pretty standard glove compartment, which, as you can see, nothing too special, but when you open it, plenty of storage space, as you would expect. Small storage area, small storage cubby here. You do have a massive amount of room, as you can see, as far as space is concerned, as well as 2 USB ports inside and a little light right over here. Come over to the seats. Obviously, this is going to be the XLT, so most XLTs, unless you upgrade to a higher end XLT, you will be getting the premium class seating in here, which is not too bad. It actually feels pretty comfortable in here, and I have to say it does look pretty good. And honestly, I'm very, very pleased with, even though this being an XLT, you are going to be getting a very comfortable seating position, as well as your materials are concerned. Come over here, you have a 2-tiered glove box situation. This right here opens up the top portion with a decent amount of storage space inside of it. And then you have your regular glove box. It's dampened, and you have a decent amount of storage space as well inside. You do have controls up here for your For your lights, you do have a sunglass holder here. You do have your mirror right there. You also have a little visor, a little mirror inside. And then coming over here to the left, as you can see, you do have your headlight controls, your gauge dimmer switches. This is to open up the third quarter window in the back, and of course your electronic parking brake. So overall, although this is going to be more of a basic model F-Series pickup truck, it is not the least expensive. That, of course, is going to be for the XL. This is a step up above the XL. So with that said, let's go ahead and continue the tour here in the Ford F-250 XLT. Coming into the back, materials do follow through, as you can see. The medium slate cloth interior looks pretty nice in the back. Oh, of course, you do have two seat pockets, one here and one on that side. You have two cup holders, two rear vents, two USB ports. You also do have an outlet here and a 120 volt plug-in right there. Pretty nice. You have your DEF fluid as well as your diesel. This one, of course, does have the FX4 off-road package. The Ford F-250 XLT does come standard with standard taillights in the back. If you upgrade to the more expensive XLT, you can get LEDs. But as you can see, we do have your Ford emblem there, Super Duty spelled out across the tailgate. And of course, you do have your towing package, which when equipped, this vehicle can tow upwards of 22,000 pounds. You do have a spray and bed liner in here, which is pretty nice. You do have your lighting, which of course, that is an upgrade if you want to do that. This one, of course, is just a standard spray and bed liner and nothing else to it. Under the hood of the Ford F-250 XLT, we are taking a look at a 6.7-liter turbo power stroke diesel V8. It produces 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. All right, guys, so back in the F-250, this being an XLT, like I said, it's a volume selling model, so a lot of people are going to be looking into buying this trim level, whether you're looking at the lower end trim like what we're looking at here, or the higher end trim, which is more expensive. The XLT is going to be a great starter trim for those who are looking for something with a bit more, affordability, although let's face it, the XL is going to be more affordable than this. But with that being said, this vehicle doesn't have a window sticker, but I will be posting all that in the description of this one here. But with that said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford F-250 Super Duty XLT. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.